Oh my god.
Perfect four-sided pyramids, flawless. Millions and millions of them.
Wow.
And that's what, at the subatomic level, that's what the metal looks like, is
That's crazy.
four-sided pyramids with a little circle at the top of the eye. That's an incredible picture.
Wow.
One of my dearest friends in this city passed away about 5 years ago. His name was Dr. Harold Shire. He lived here in Beverly Hills. He was George Bush's, he was the chief advisor to the president for George Bush and his father, both, Harold Shire. He's on my website. You know, if you go and look at the pictures, the old man, there's the old man and the old lady. I went out to dinner with him. We had some pictures taken. That's Dr. Harold Shire, George Bush's advisor and his personal attorney. And he and I and some other friends, we used to sit in Dr. Shire's office and sit and talk about politics all night long. And this is the presidential advisor to the president, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, and he would ask me, what do you think about this and that? He said, Netanyahu and Henry Kissinger, they work for me. No, Kissinger and Associates, that's my company. And he said, but Netanyahu works for me. I'll put that turkey in, maybe I might take him out. And I'm telling you, I've had some really interesting conversations with this man. I got a phone call from Europe, from Zurich, Switzerland, a couple of years ago. I got a phone call from a lady. She said she wanted me to come visit her. And she said she wants me to come visit her, and then she would send me the ticket, round trip, first class, if you will come to visit me. And I said, I'm not coming to visit you. I don't know you, and I don't care to visit you. And she said, I'll pay you a lot of money if you will come. I said, I'm not interested. And so, but she called me 3 or 4 times and tried to talk me into coming over to visit her, and I wasn't interested. So finally, she got a friend of mine who was, I don't know if you've ever seen Project Camelot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Well, the guy is Bill. What's his
What is
name?
his name?
He's got the crazy hat on. Well, Bill is a good friend of mine for many years, and he lives in Zurich. And well, she knew him, that he lives in Zurich. And so she talked to him and says, can you get Jordan to come over? And I'll pay you a lot of money if you can get him to come over. So he calls me and said, look, you need to come over to see this lady. And I said, why? He said, I can't tell you who she is. I'm not going to talk over the phone, but you need to be here. So I said, okay, tell her to send me some money up front. So she did. And I said, and so she sent me the round-trip air tickets and sent me cash up front. So I said, okay, I'll go see who she is. I got over there, and I got military escorts at the airport, military. And you know, everything was drawn guns, and it was very, very scary stuff. I don't know who the hell this is or what I've got myself into.
Yeah.
And so you get in a limo, long limo, and there's a Mercedes with 2 guys in the back, military guys, and there's a Mercedes in the front. And so, you know, they're security. And I'm in the back with another guy who's explained it to me. And I said, who the hell am I coming to see? He said, you'll find out. I don't know. And so it's about an hour outside of Zurich at a huge hotel up in the mountains. You're driving up into the mountains at this incredibly gorgeous 5-star hotel, and this lady lives at the hotel in the penthouse, $5,500 a night, $5,500 a night. She lives there year-round. And finally, the military guys came over to me, and they said, she'll see you tomorrow night. I said, who? They said, she will see you tomorrow night. Okay. So, I don't know who it is, but whoever it is, they got fucking military around and nobody's talking. And come to find out, I went to see her. They come and got me, escorted me over to her place. The most gorgeous girl I've ever seen in my life. This girl was absolutely a knockout. About 35, 37, something like that. Beautiful. Arabic girl. It's the Princess of Abu Dhabi.
Oh my
Her
God.
father is the King of Abu Dhabi. And when I knock on the door, and she comes to the door, and she jumps, hugs me, and says, "Come in." And I come to find out, she said, "I've seen you in dreams. I've dreamt about you." And she said, "I believe that you are my brother from another time.
Wow.
So you're my brother." And she sits me in a big fancy chair. She goes over and gets a blanket, puts it on, and then goes over and gets a little table, brings it over and pours tea and fixes something to eat. And then she goes over and gets a big pillow, big sofa pillow, and brings it over next to the chair and sits down and holds my hand. And I said, "Princess, I should be sitting on the floor with you." And she said, "No, you're my brother from another time. You've come back." And she said, "I told my father about you, that you're my brother. And so I told my father that I want you here." And he said, and the father said, "Whatever, do whatever you want to do." So I stayed with her for 7 weeks, Princess of Abu Dhabi. And I mean, it was an incredible adventure. She told, she got all these secretaries, male and female, man and woman, both. And she says, and she told them, she said, "Whatever he wants, go get it for him." And she said, "While you're in Europe, you want to go touring Europe?" I said, "I'd love to. I'd love to go to Vatican." She said, "Take care of it. Get him a car and
Oh my God.
yeah, whatever he wants, go get it for him." You know, one of the wealthiest women in the world, the Princess of Abu Dhabi.
Well, it's good to know that she's on our side.
Huh? Oh yeah. She said, "I love your work." She said, "I told my father I've had enough of this bullshit, of this Islamic crap. I don't want it. I've had enough. I want out of here. I don't want to live in this environment ever again. I'm going to Europe." She said, "My father told me it's okay. You can go wherever you want, as long as you have security." So the security guys, when I was getting out of the car first time, they told me, "Tonight when you see her, do not reach out to touch her. Don't touch her. If she touches you, it's fine, but don't touch her, because there's military is in the hotel watching. They have, you know."
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, no, they have what do you call it? You know, televisions.
Yeah.
They're watching, and she's got, you know, little small cameras all throughout her penthouse. So they said, "Don't reach out to touch her. That's one thing you don't do. If she wants to touch you, that's fine, but don't you touch her." And because you're being watched, everywhere you go. But they realized that she wanted me there. She wanted me there. So
Did she tell you if like her father like knew what was really
Yeah.
going on too, and like what her father knew?
we sat out on her balcony at night, having dinner by ourselves, just the two of us, sitting out there with the Princess of Abu Dhabi, talking about international politics and world religion, etc. And so I stayed there for 7 weeks. And I came home when that volcano was blowing up in Iceland, because they were talking about you can't get out of Europe because the smoke's going on to Europe and you can't fly. So I told her, I said, "Princess, I need to get out of here because I don't want to get stuck here." She said, "You can live here if you want. Just live here, because you're on the." I was on the Arab delegation. I was a member of the Arab. She put me as an member of the Arab delegation, so I was a member of the Arab families. So I could stay there as long as I wanted.
So has she ever seen you before her dreams, like in any?
Yeah. She had been watching me on
And she just believes that you were her past brother.
Yeah. She said, "I just saw you and I just knew that you were my brother from another life. That's why I had to see you. I had to talk to you." I said, "Wow, incredible stuff."
How did you feel about that?
I didn't feel anything, but I don't know. Very beautiful, wealthy woman. I'll go along with it.
When was the last time you spoke to her?
Oh, that's been almost a year now. She called me once or twice to see how I was doing. I've got a home number, but she's traveled so much, I never know where she is. But I've got lots of strange stories. I can sit and talk all night about strange shit that's happened.
I've seen the video of you talking about the girl who was left alone at her house. Her father worked for the Air Force. And
Oh yeah. That's
separate-
Nancy. Incredible story. Incredible.
Don't you ever look at these as like just
Huh?
weird coincidences? Maybe like something out of Earth could have done this to you, or like since like some extraterrestrial being sees what you're doing and they might have done it for you. You know, maybe
Oh,
it's
no,
not
there's no
just,
doubt in my mind about it, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's how I got into all this, yeah. That was my girlfriend's father.
I remember that.
I remember
story on
that, yeah.
Project
Yeah,
Camelot.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I know that I've been led to do what I do.
Amazing.
I already know that. I see things at night.